series continues, and I do believe, Damien, we've got a special guest.
We do have a very special guest in the audience. We've got the designer of this flag. Maybe, Brent, hello.
Hello.
Maybe we should change it to incorporate the Matariki stars. Would you be willing to do that?
Well, yes, the stars are flexible.
Okay, tell me about, now this is one of the official government-sanctioned designs for the, I think we understand this has got a very high chance of getting down to the final four. What program did you use to design it in?
I was done in MS Paint.
MS Paint, choice of all good graphic designers. And talk us through your design.
Well, I was trying to think of any sort of historical events which were positive. It didn't have anyone getting killed or anything bad happening, and I couldn't really think of any, so I came up with that instead.
So it's Land of the Long White Cloud.
Aotearoa Blow on the pie.
Blow on the pie. Thank you very much, Brent. Appreciate it.
Nice one, cheers. All right. I've been thinking, let's start with Phil Goff. To the camera, I've been thinking.
Yeah, I've been thinking that in a first world wealthy country like New Zealand, what a tragedy it is that 40,000 kids each year are hospitalised because of respiratory illnesses from living in cold, damp houses. And we think of Emilita Bourne, a little 2-year-old toddler who died of bronchopneumonia. Surely our rental houses should have a warrant of fitness to say that they are safe, warm, healthy places for our kids to grow up in.
Phil Goff, thank you very much. Good to have you. Marama Fox, I've been thinking.
I've been thinking that Phil Goff is talking about the Māori Party policy of putting warrant of fitness on all rental housing. But I've also been thinking that up at the East Coast, we need regional development and we need to keep the Ruatoria Bank Westpac open. They're loyal to you, Westpac. Get loyal to them and keep your doors open.
Let's get a screened of that shot. Julian Genter, I've been thinking.
Climate change is the greatest threat to our civilization, and world leaders have agreed we have to phase out fossil fuels. In New Zealand, we have a great opportunity, but our national government is actually taking us backwards. Kiwi Rail is looking at de-electrifying our main freight line and replacing electric trains with diesel. While they're spending $14 billion on a few expensive highways, the Green Party would do much better. For less than the price of one of those motorways, we could electrify all the trains on the North Island.
Fantastic, Julian Genter. Finally, Mark Mitchell, I've been thinking.
Look, I'd just like to acknowledge and thank our New Zealand Defence Forces, and in particular the crew of Te Kaha, that just took out $250 million worth of drugs out of the global drug trade. And also our troops up in Taji, who are doing a great job of delivering training and mentoring and leadership to the Iraqi forces up there. And in particular, I want to acknowledge their families and thank them for the sacrifice that they make.
And that's it. Hey, what a panel. Round of applause for Phil Goff, Marama Fox, Julian Genter, Mark Mitchell. Thank you to you at home, here in the audience, to my presenter Damien Christie and the producers. And I'll see you next Wednesday night. Bye.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.